In my last video, I collabed with a bunch of other great smart home YouTubers and we share with you our favorite HomeKit products of 2021. Well, today we're going to be looking at the worst HomeKit products that we have used this year. Now, I've bought and reviewed a bunch of HomeKit products on this channel this year, but the worst HomeKit product that I have used this year has got to be the Logitech Circle View camera. It's made exclusively for HomeKit, so no additional apps or an account is needed to set this up. It's designed to work inside and outside, and it's weatherproof, so it can get wet like out in the rain and still work fine. The video quality is decent with a 180-degree ultra-wide field of view, but I'm personally not a fan of the fishbowl look on the sides. The video quality is 1080p, but it's darker and not that bright when compared to the Aqara G2H camera in the same lighting conditions, which is also 1080p. Night vision also struggles with clarity, even though Logitech claims to have superior clarity up to 15 feet away. The camera supports HomeKit secure video, and it can alert you of specific types of motion, but it does not always pick up motion or send you an alert. There's a light sensor exposed in HomeKit that can be used for automations, and on the back of the camera is a privacy button to disable the live view of the camera in the home app, which is good if you want to use this camera indoors and you don't always want to have the live feed going all the time. The biggest issue that I have with this camera is that it does not have support for local storage or 24/7 recording. It does use HomeKit secure video and iCloud to store motion recordings, though sometimes HomeKit will record too late or cut off the clip too early, and then you have no way to go back and view the footage. Whereas with local storage, you have access to 24/7 recordings, so you can get all the footage that you want. Another issue that I have with this camera is that if you're going to be using it outside, then you only have 10 feet of cable to use that is not removable, and it may not be long enough for where you want to put your camera at. And the power adapter is rated for indoor use only, but the camera works indoors and outdoors, but the power adapter does not. What? So then you have to find a way to keep the power brick indoors without getting wet. Now let's look at more HomeKit products that other smart home YouTubers, along with my lovely wife, have not enjoyed using in their smart home this year.
Hey Adam, thanks for having me. My least favorite HomeKit devices are the Meross Smart Switch and the smart plugs, both indoor and outdoor. This was my morning resetting this.
Here's me coming to the smart plug and unplugging it because my Christmas lights are stuck on again.
And here's my lamp plug that I have to crawl underneath the tree to reset when it acts up now. Last, here's the smart switch that feels like it's been offline more than it's been online. And the only reason it's still there is that I have to pull it apart, and I haven't in the past 2 months. The problem with all three of these is once they're locked up, non-responsive, they don't physically respond. I can't push the button and get it to come on when it's kicked offline or locked up, whatever it's doing. Same thing with this, and that's the problem with the switch. So this thing's going. Thanks again, Adam, for having me.
Hey Adam, what's up everyone? It's Stephen here from HeyTechi. Thanks so much for having me. For the most part, HomeKit products perform really well, but there's just a couple that I cannot recommend. The Osram LED Vance light strip is by far the worst product on the market which I've ever come across. Operating only through Bluetooth, this light strip is just far too far behind the times to be usable in 2021 in your HomeKit smart home. When I tried it out, I really struggled to get it to connect properly with HomeKit, and when I did, the response times for the device were just so slow it just wasn't worth it. Save your money and go for the Onvis K1 light strip, which is probably my favourite device of 2021.
Thank you so much, Adam, for letting me be a part of this video series. This year has been absolutely great with HomeKit announcements and different products coming out left, right and centre. Some have been absolutely amazing, some have been good and some not so great. We all review a lot of tech and we all have our own opinions on it, but one of my worst products this year, I have got to say, sadly, is the IKEA shortcut button. I was so excited for this when it was originally announced. For only £6, this button had so many high hopes for me and my smart home. I wanted to place them all around the home and be able to control all of my HomeKit accessories. But after reviewing them and using them for a while, I found them not to be as reliable and as easy to use. The IKEA Home Smart app has a lot of updating to do. Compared to the rest of the market and even a lot of budget options on the market nowadays, IKEA is really starting to fall behind in terms of their Home Smart accessories. Now, I absolutely love the idea, I just wish they implemented more and fixed their backbone of the IKEA app and the Home Smart range. The Symfonis range is absolutely amazing and I love that, and that is a part of their kind of smart home tech. But with the IKEA smart button, I am just really disappointed this year that this was not something that I thought was as great as what it could have been. But yes, this is my least favorite product of this year, sadly. Sorry IKEA, but I just have to give this my #1 worst HomeKit product released in 2021.
Hey guys, it's me again, Adam's wife, and I'm here today to tell you about my least favorite smart home product of 2021, and it has to be, drumroll, the Nanoleaf remote. So there's a couple reasons why I don't like this remote. One is because it has so many sides and it's so confusing. I can never remember all the possibilities and combinations that can be created with that. Secondly, I have 2 dogs, as you can see, and so if I leave this here like on the dining room table or something, they think it's a toy and then they are like throwing it across the room. It can turn the lights on, do all these crazy things in the house. Thirdly is it's made out of plastic, so it breaks super easily. And last thing is it does not hold a battery for anything. So after a week of using it for testing purposes, the battery was drained by 30%. And who wants to keep buying new batteries to change it? So that's my thoughts.
Another honourable mention for this list has to be the Lifx mini bulbs. Now I know that Craig from Craig's Tech Talk had them as one of his 2 favourite devices last week for their great colour saturation quality whilst also maintaining brightness, but they have to make my bottom 2, not because they're bad quality, but because of their tendency to go non-responsive in HomeKit and because of the price. Here in the UK, these bulbs still cost around £35 in 2021. For the same price, you could buy almost 2 Nanoleaf Essentials bulbs, which offer not only comparable performance, but also have thread on board, thus future-proofing your smart home, and in my experience are far more reliable when you're using them with HomePod minis.
Let me know what your least favorite HomeKit device of the year has been and what you do not like about it down in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.